would know
what you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone.
we're not alone, and we ain't gonna fold. Gaze upon the tablet, engraved and granted the Alpha and Omega that is armed, the bandit with a plan to rephrase this rampage happening. And individuals speaking subliminal syllables with damn it, don't panic if you're forgiven or forsaken. God hasn't used his vengeance, so your soul hasn't been taken yet. So sit back and await his return, or pay attention to the lyrics of the lessons you'll learn. Burning every turn, but you didn't concur. The words that refer to a person that yearns to be free, kinda like me, but you can't see that you need to be. Leave the past way back where it belongs, safe in the grave, so I'll stay strong all alone and singing the same song. So my words are my faith. Evolution is pollution, and I'm never gonna change. Already said it before, at last I'll laugh. As it is written, then it shall come to pass. When it's time to go home, hold on to faith, keep it strong, believe it down to the bone. We preach it so you would know
what you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone.
we're not alone, and we ain't gonna fold. When it's time to go home, hold on to faith, keep it strong, believe it down to the bone. We preach it so you would know
what you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone.
we're not alone, and we ain't gonna fold. Nope.
If you believe that you're here for a reason, keep believing and receiving information, constantly retrieving, conceive and relate. Don't worry about your fate, God's plan is infallible, and you won't be late for your date with karma's mother. The other side awaits, but you gotta live now before you get to the gates, and you'll face your obstacles. Don't worry about mistakes, cause what needs to happen will happen, no matter what it takes. For the sake of humanity, take a look into vanity, come to grips with who you are and stay away from insanity. Oh, believe me, I've been there quite a few times. That's why I know I'm here to simply write you these rhymes. In God's time I'll die and leave with you my pride. That's why now I share with you all my feelings inside. I was destined to be a guy, no matter how hard I tried to be otherwise. I was put in the dark to show you the
When
light.
it's time to go home, hold on to faith, keep it strong, believe it down to the bone. We preach it so you would know
what you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone.
we're not alone, and we ain't gonna fold. When it's time to go home, hold on to faith, keep it strong, believe it down to the bone. We preach it so you would know
what you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone.
we're not alone, and we ain't gonna fold. Nope.
What you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone. What you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone. What you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone. What you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone. When it's etched in stone, you can't go wrong, because what's said is done by the one on the throne. So if you wanna go home, find the answers you sought, and never ever give up, even if it tears you apart.
We're carving our hearts, and it's hard to process when it's common for nonsense to override logic. So God sent me an insane that changed things, so you can think more openly and repress the pain.
And gain everything that the wish to obtain, to maintain the train of thoughts in your brain. Man, that's the same thing that drove me insane. That's why I advise you to hear me when I sing. We got a story, open your mind and look. After we wrote the first chapter, we had y'all hooked.
Writing a book to live by, not incompetent shit, with intelligent lyrics and some relevant tips on how to abide by the guidelines designed by the throne. As it is written, then it is etched in stone. When it's time to go home, hold on to faith, keep it strong, believe it down to the bone. We preach it so you would know
what you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone.
we're not alone, and we ain't gonna fold. When it's time to go home, hold on to faith, keep it strong, believe it down to the bone. We preach it so you would know
what you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone.
we're not alone, and we ain't gonna fold. When it's time to go home, hold on to faith, keep it strong, believe it down to the bone. We preach it so you would know
what you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone.
we're not alone, and we ain't gonna fold. When it's time to go home, hold on to faith, keep it strong, believe it down to the bone. We preach it so you would know
what you decide when you try, when you fly a section stone.
we're not alone, and we ain't gonna fold. Nope.
up in the valley, north side of the Queen. I didn't have much but my hopes and dreams. I ran with the gang, but that shit was lame. Had to make a name for myself, call me insane. An expert in the game that we come to call life. Learning everything I could on the streets every night. I was guided to the light, now I try to guide you, so you can see and feel what I feel and see too. Gotta believe in yourself and fight for your dreams. It's not impossible no matter how hard it seems. It won't be easy, but learning never is. But you gotta learn something if you wanna run a biz, kid. The first step is to believe in yourself. Being confident and proud is the greatest form of wealth. Don't try to be something you're not, it never works. Trust me, I spent 11 years developing quirks.
People respond to respect, and they respect when you respond, and not seldom BS they see when they turn the TV on. I'm quiet when I talk, but when I'm here I'm loud. I follow the word of God and I'll always be
Live life in the right way, I might be the new breed. Free from the grave, so I'm safe and a true being. Who rebels against hell, just to tell you to
be proud.
live life in the right way, I might be the new breed. Free from the grave, so I'm safe and a true being. Who rebels against hell, just to tell you to
Be proud.
We are who we are, hard-headed and proud of it. The crowd loves it when they know the next sound comes. A fucking chair, not a false logical code. Revolutionary school and what's really wrong and right? I disagree, it's just an opinion. For your decision, what is fact and fiction? To you, confused, expressing the truth. Have faith, don't debate all our views. We don't get advised by corporate agents. The twist our lyrics to fill us and then just pay us. So accepting checks from a men without fees. So you can't stand tall, so we speak to the streets. For the people that believe and go unseen. This isn't my opinion, it is prophecy. Glad to be here, and we ain't never gonna leave here. Chapter 1, 3 to the next CD. It's chapter 1, 2, 3 to the next CD. Live life in the right way, I might be the new breed. Free from the grave, so I'm safe and a true being. Who rebels against hell, just to tell you to
Be proud.
live life in the right way, I might be the new breed. Free from the grave, so I'm safe and a true being. Who rebels against hell, just to tell you to
Be proud.
Proud, 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 proud. People don't walk tall and don't know what to expect. Stand up, be heard, and gain some respect in the flesh and spirit. Let the world hear it. If they don't understand it, they will probably fear it.
Studied the book and took advice. Now you're looking shook for life, forgiven by God-given right. Give me another fucking reason to die.
Don't be a lost soul, bro. Fight for a reason. Understand yourself and fight off the demons. It's seamless. The decision to make. Be proud of who you are and don't make that mistake.
Or do so. Who the fuck are you to tell them if they should be burned, consumed? Satan's just waiting, but he's still coming. And I believe in Jesus, and at least I'm proud of it. Live life in the right way. I might be the new breed. Free from the grave, so I'm safe and a true being. Who rebels against hell, just to tell you to
Be proud.
live life in the right way, I might be the new breed. Free from the grave, so I'm safe and a true being. Who rebels against hell, just to tell you to
Be proud.
Proud, 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 proud.
live life in the right way. I might be the new breed. Free from the grave, so I'm safe and a true being. Who rebels against hell, just to tell you to
Be proud.
live life in the right way. I might be the new breed. Free from the grave, so I'm safe and a true being. Who rebels against hell, just to tell you to
Be proud.
What goes up must come down. If a tree falls alone in the woods, does it make a sound? If a man is dirty, will mirrors reflect him clearly? We don't know for sure, but this is our theory.
We can't live in peace, we cannot agree. We're too blind to see.
Living is a sin cause we allow it to be.
We can't live in peace, we cannot agree. We're too blind to see. Living is a sin cause we allow it to be.
My theories, my thoughts, I'ma tell you what I'm thinking, I'ma do what I want. See all the paths that you have, I told the same direction. I'm related to the past that you have elected. Domestic disturbances, I hurt relationships. You picked the wrong hall destination, bitch. Satan has a lot of plans in a vacant lot, so take a spot, don't stop, pause and watch. See, the Bible is a guidebook to show you the light. We rearrange favor, is it a crime? Satan craves atheists, lack of believers, like bowing to the devil without kneeling a knee. So please, open your eyes to see the visions and decisions that he made. And the reason that he said his best game Satan played was called deception, showing the whole world how he didn't exist.
We can't live in peace, we cannot agree. We're too blind to see.
Living is a sin cause we allow it to be.
We can't live in peace, we cannot agree. We're too blind to see.
Living is a sin cause we allow it to be.
If a man lives alone, it can drive him crazy. But if you overhelp the man, then a man will get lazy. It's a beautiful thing when a man loves his spouse, but if rushed, they get destroyed as she gets the house. Because a couple can have kids, don't mean they should. My father bailed on me, down wrong, no good. A man wanders the streets, young girls is his mission. And a 14-year-old girl can legally make her own decisions. I can preach all day, but that don't make it true. I mean, it's just what I believe, it comes down to you. I gotta be honest with my wife and never hide my feelings. I tell her something about herself and that makes me the villain. We're a nation under God, there's a story to tell. Cause we can judge a man and put him in a cell in hell. A teenage girl wanna rebel against mom and dad, and then she cries when they die because she missed what she had.
We can't live in peace, we cannot agree. We're too blind to see.
Living is a sin cause we allow it to be.
We can't live in peace, we cannot agree. We're too blind to see.
Living is a sin cause we allow it to be.
We can't live in peace, we cannot agree. We're too blind to see.
Living is a sin cause we allow it to be.
We can't live in peace, we cannot agree. We're too blind to see.
Living is a sin cause we allow it to be.
All men must converse. One word, one religion.
One world, one religion. All men must converse.
We unite nations of hatred under the sun to come, but the problems have just begun for us. So we decide to rely on time to go by, and we find a divine kind of honest reply within the lies that we hear every day. In this God, they require the faith in a way, but you don't have a choice.
So accept the mark.
A fictitious religion in which this will start. It points to the same star, don't get me wrong. Like Venus and Mars, they had to be apart. Different opinions sets free the earth. Basic reincarnation or a spiritual birth. Have you heard the words of aligned disciples, or the ones singing praises from groups of tribes who never seen religion or even a quarter? The poor will even see this new world order.
The word Christian is Christ-like. Really want to get into that. There's not many people that actually seriously try to be Christ-like. Christ went and hung out with murderers, rapists, with all the outcasts. And you know what? That's what we're doing.
In today's time, wars revolve around religion. Everyone following their hearts, but making bad decisions. Overseas, they believe if you die, it's for your Lord, and you'll be greeted by many women at afterlife's doors. But I don't know if that works with criminal actions, like suicide bombers and airplane jackets. What's the satisfaction in taking the life? What's the pride in taking human rights from your wife? Some would say it's their culture. Don't make such a fuss. I'm just trying to understand, cause you know in God I trust. It seems like they are welcoming the end prematurely. Everyone has to die for a heart to live purely? I don't think so, yo. And I ain't no fool. Remember something, your opinion only matters to you. I pursue the holy life at the edge of life's borders, and it ain't necessary to live in a one world order.
I believe as Christ is my Savior. I'm a child of God, and I'm spreading what He puts in my head with the talents that He gave me. And that's just simply how it is. As far as religion, I'm going to try to relate to every single person out there, regardless of their religion. I mean,
That's why the world's messed up today, because everybody hating on religious this, religious that. The world's headed to hell because of religion. Because this religion disagrees with this religion, so let's bomb everybody.
no. Just put the truth out there.
One man,
One God,
one hand,
one job,
one stand,
one plot,
one fan,
one snob,
one rat,
one cock,
one gat,
one shot.
When it all comes together, everything will get hot with one flame,
One hell,
one blame,
one spell,
one game,
one bell,
one change,
one tail,
one game,
one stills,
one pain,
one feels. The end of the world as you know it is real.
Yeah,
Even the Bible's written to be comprehended differently, so different people can understand it the way they need to live their life. That's exactly what we try to do. We just put truth out there. Take it as it is, take it as you want it. It don't matter. We're putting it there because we feel it's the right thing to do. So that's pretty much where I stand on it. You heard him, so we just put it there. Take it as you want it.
This is the modern art of war. Innocence in the world has been stolen. Mankind's eyes are just looking for control. And what do I have to grab when I need to hold? This is the modern art of war. Stand back, the anthrax is wrapped in package. They attack, unexpected, don't accept what's happening. That's fact, Iraq is gone as Babylon and fallen. Lost the cause, it's hard to be the boss when known by others' wrongs. They claim to be a god. Inside the people stop every day just to pray and say the same thing. Killing is a sin. Suicidal hypocrites ain't got time to repent. Does it make you tough just cause you can touch another button? But fuck it, I wouldn't trust it for nothing. So why the fuck would I take part in any of this? Cause you deserve to hear the truth instead of ignorance. Even if it is bliss, bitch, just quit arguing. The cold war with ourselves called poverty. Hard to see, not really, but it is to admit. Put the lies to the side and repent, my friend. Innocence is in the world has been stolen. Mankind's eyes are just looking for control. And what do I have to grab when I need to hold?
This is the modern art of war. Alright. About to play some Hotshots. Put out some fires in the forest. So this is a dice rolling game. Let me get rid of our little starting soon banner here. Bloop. There we go. Alright. Why we can't live in peace. Alright, I'll stop singing. I know that's bad. Okay, sorry. Alright, so shuffle these tiles up. In this game, you're rolling dice trying to match symbols on these tiles, and it's a push your luck dice rolling game, and that's pretty much it. So we'll set these tiles out in the regular formation. Some real killers over the internet. Alright. Not bad. This lake tile here can never catch on fire. And it actually gives you some additional help when you're pushing your luck on any tiles that are touching it. So basically you can roll the dice and fail once without paying any penalties. Turn this music down a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's see if I can move all these without destroying it. Cool. Nice. Alright. So, this is Hotshots. It's a cooperative game, but you can play it solo. To play it solo, you just choose or randomly select 2 of the characters. And I'm just going to randomly select a couple here. And we'll get started. I'll explain a few things. Alright, so we got the Swamper and the Sawyer, which will let us change some dice around if we need to. Okay. So, for part of the setup, you can set the tiles up like this. This is the basic setup. And any of the tiles you see with a dot on them, let me show you here real quick. Right quick. Just gonna have it. Smokes a cold. There you go. So these tiles have that little dot. You see the flame with the 3 in it, and then there's a little yellow dot underneath it. You put flames on those tiles equal to the number in the flame minus 2. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So this one gets 1, this one gets 1. And let's see. Get 3 here because it's got a 5 on it. 2 here because it's a 4. Here's another 5. Here's another 4. And that's it. So these are the starting fires. And then you'll build the wind deck, or the fire deck, rather. Oh, my bad. There you go. The fire deck. Oops. That sucks. Just messed up one of my cards. Okay, so the fire deck will have 6 wind changes direction symbols. There's 2 of them. 3, 4, 5. And where's the last one? 6. So yeah, these cards will tell you what direction the wind changes. So, whoop. There you go. Something like that. See, they got different arrows on them. So the wind will be changing directions. Anytime the wind changes directions, fire spreads a little bit. And you'll take 3 of those and 3 other ones, separate them. You'll split the fire cards into 2 separate decks that are about the same size. Take 3 of the wind change directions cards, shuffle those into one half, and then shuffle the other 3 into the other half, and stack one on top of each other. So there's the bottom half of the deck, and here's the top half of the deck once I get it shuffled up. So there's different things in this deck that'll catch a specific spot on fire. There'll be heavy winds, light breeze, heavy gusts. So it's trying to simulate a real forest fire. As the wind blows, it's going to spread it all over the place. Then you've got some tokens you can get, and there are also some vehicles that go on this tile. So you see the helicopter, the plane, and the truck. Those will help us put out some fires and put up some fire breaks. You've got these tokens that are called fire breaks, and they will stop the fire from spreading unless it's a strong wind or a heavy combining wind. So if there's just some light gusts or regular wind blowing, those fire breaks will stop the fire from spreading. Then you got these reward tokens that you can get. And let's see. Let me just show you the object of the game before I start playing. Let's try that. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so what we're trying to do is, if you look at the tile, it has some symbols on there. And it's got like a fireman and a couple of axes and a rake and a couple of hoses. And what we're trying to do is roll these dice to match those symbols. And you see the dice have the same symbols on them. And every time you roll the dice, you roll all the dice that are available. And you have to match at least one of the symbols that's on the tile that your character is standing on. And if you're not able to match at least one of the tiles, then you have failed. And you have to add a fire to that spot. So, but there are ways to get around that failure. Like if you have another character on the same spot as you, then you can fail once and nothing will happen, and then you can choose to roll the dice again. But if you roll the dice again and you fail, then you have to add a fire to the spot. The lake also gives you a support. So for example, if I was on this tile, I'll put the guys like this so it's easier to see. If I was on this tile, and this little marker shows which direction the wind is blowing. So I'll leave it on its side also to make it easier to see. Anyway, so if I was on this tile, since it's next to the lake, and I got a guy with me, let's just say I'm playing as this guy, I would get 2 free failures. So if I roll and I don't match, okay, I'm saved by the lake. I roll and I don't match, okay, I'm saved by this guy. Now if I roll again and I fail a third time, I have to add a flame there. And if the number of flames on the tile ever equals the number printed on this little flame symbol, then that tile scorches, which means you flip it over. They all have a scorched side. Looks pretty cool, like a burnt forest. And then the fire spreads to the next tile next to that tile with the lowest number that's not blocked by one of these fire breaks. So these are really useful. And then at the end of every turn, you have to draw a fire card and do whatever it says, and I'll show you those as we go. So the guy with the chainsaw here, he's able to turn axes into chainsaws when I roll them. And the guy with the rake here is able to turn rakes into shovels. And it goes back and forth. So rake to shovel, shovel to rake, axe to chainsaw, chainsaw to axe. So let's start fighting this fire. The first thing you do on your turn is move up to 2 spaces. But if you ever hit fire, you have to stop immediately. So there's a 4 already burning here. The wind's blowing this direction, which means it could spread up to here. And this one only takes 1 to scorch. You see the little no symbols here, which means you can't use the airplane or the helicopter here. These vehicles are really cool. So if you stop on this spot, you can use one of these vehicles instead of choosing to fight the fire. The helicopter will remove all flames from a single tile anywhere on the board, and then you'll place your figure on the spot that you removed all the fires from. The airplane will remove 1 flame from each tile in a line of 3 tiles. So if there was 1, 1, 1 here, and I went up here and used the airplane, I would go boom, 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 take all 3 of those off, and then I could put my guy at the starting tile or the ending tile. And then the truck puts down 3 fire breaks in a line anywhere on the board, and you can put your guy at the starting or ending tile. So let's start with, in a solo mode, like I said, you play 2 characters, and each turn you can play either of the characters you want. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to use the Sawyer since he can turn chainsaws into axe into chainsaw. This one requires 2 chainsaws and 2 axes. So boom, I got a firefighter, and that's it. That's the only matching die. So I was successful. I can roll again. There's our second firefighter. Oof. So I need 2 chainsaws, 2 axes. There's a chainsaw. So now, since I got 3 matching, I can stop now and just put up a fire break and don't remove any flames. If I roll again and get 4, I can remove 1 flame. If I roll 5 matching, I can remove 2 flames, and I can get a fire break or a token, and the tokens help you out. And if I can match all 6, I'll get to remove 3 flames, get a fire break, and a token. So I'm going to go one more time. Come on. Alright, so there's my chainsaw. Oh man. Okay, so I can get, all I need to do is roll a chainsaw or an axe, and I'll be good to go. No, I'm not going to push it. So I'm going to remove 1 flame because I got 4 matching. And now I'll draw my fire card. I got embers. So the embers fly up and spread to this tile that's on the picture here, which is right here. So 1 flame goes there. That's my fire card. Alright, so next I'm going to move this guy up here. So that'll give him a failure retry, but he can only turn rakes into shovels into rakes, so I'm just hoping for some good rolls. So there's 2 axes. I need 2 firemen or 2. There's 2 firemen. And since I get a free failure, I'm just going to keep rolling. There's a chainsaw. I haven't failed yet. There's another chainsaw. Boom. So I got all 6. So I get to remove this flame, and I get to place a fire break anywhere on this tile. And I'm going to put it right here just to protect this tile. And then I get a token also. So I got this token, which means every time whenever I successfully fight a fire, I can take another full turn, but it's a one-time use. Alright, at the end of his turn, he'll draw the card. Wind changes direction, so now the wind is going that way. And a light gust happens, so anywhere fire is, it'll spread that direction. Boom. Boom. And this burns up anyways. Resistance is futile, so that scorches and spreads to the lowest number. You win by getting rid of all the flames. You lose if 8 tiles scorch. Or... oh, excuse me. Yeah, if 8 or more tiles scorch, you lose. Or if this tile here with the wind direction marker ever scorches, you also lose. Boom, boom. Let me check on something real quick. Twitch. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, I didn't realize I was still so big here. Let me fix that. And let's probably go over here. There we go. Oh. Well, alright. So, let's see. What are we going to do next? We really don't want this one to blow, because when this tile goes, it takes... It adds a flame to all of them around it, because it's a big, like, gas tank, so it explodes, basically. So anyway, I'm going to move this guy up here, and I'm going to use the airplane to hit this line right here. So boom, boom, boom. And that's that guy's entire turn is using the airplane. And okay, so that's a light breeze. That's what that card means, a light breeze. so the flames spread in the direction that the wind's blowing. So one there. Scorched tiles can't catch on fire. Goes nowhere here, nowhere here, nowhere here. So we're good. And that's only adding flames to tiles that are not already burning, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to go up here. So I need, excuse me, 2 firemen, a hose, a rake, or 2 rakes, and a shovel. So I got my shovel, hose, rake. I'm going to go one more time. I need 2 firemen and a rake. Oh my gosh. Okay. Nada. Nothing. So, there's that. Unfortunate. Even accepted. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so what are we going to do next? I wish... Oh, he can come over there. Okay, so 1, 2. So now I got some help. And he can turn shovels into rakes, rakes into shovels. There's a hose, a shovel, fireman. I can fail once. I need a fireman and 2 rakes. I can turn shovels into rakes. So, boom, there's 2 rakes. Still haven't failed. I need a fireman. There's 1 failure. I'm going to stop there. 5 will let me get rid of 2 flames. And I get a fire break or a token. I'm going to grab a token. So this token lets me discard this when I fail fighting a fire. So that's 1 free support, basically. But since I was successful there, I'm going to go ahead and use this to take another turn, which means I skip the draw fire cards phase and immediately take another turn. I'm going to try to just go ahead and take care of that with the same guy. So we got a fireman, rake, shovel. Turn this shovel into a rake. Have not failed yet. There's 1 failure. There's my hose. So 5 will let me get rid of 2 flames. Yeah, I'll do that. And I get a token or a fire break. I'll grab a token. So this is a walkie-talkie. This means I can call any other character from anywhere on the board to my space. So that's pretty good. And the end of that turn, I'll draw my fire card. That means add 1 flame to 2 spaces that are already burning, that have a 5 on them. So 2 5s that are already burning. So there's a 5, there's a 5. So we got an issue right here. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy over here. So that's 2 movements. I'm going to use the helicopter to remove all flames from here. And then he has to go here. And I forgot when I used that straight line ability right here, I was supposed to move this guy to one of these 3 spots. But either way, I would have ended up going back here. So it doesn't really matter. Then I'll draw a card. Alright, that's a combining wind. So this goes through fire breaks. It adds flames to tiles already burning. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's going the direction of the wind. And so it's going to add 1 there, add 1 there because it was already burning here. So that spreads there. This spreads here. This goes off the board, off the board, off the board. This one goes here. There you go. Those heavy winds are rough. So So I'm gonna go down this way and backing around. So 1, 2. This guy. This is perfect. This one requires 2 hoses, 2 shovels, and 2 rakes. This guy's can turn shovels into rakes, rakes into shovels. Oh wait, I can't go there. Okay, so this symbol right here. Let me pick it up just a little bit so you can see it. So this symbol means it requires 2 movement just to move onto or off of that spot. So much for that idea. Let's see. Okay, so I guess I'll just go there, and the next turn I can go there. So I need 2 firemen, 2 rakes, 2 axes. There's a fireman, rake, axe. I'm next to the lake, so I get 1 free failure. There's a fireman. Still good so far. I can turn the shovel into a rake, and that's really all I need. I still haven't failed, so I might as well go for the extra token. Alright, so I'm good. 5 is 2. And I can get a fire break or a token. I think I'm going to put a fire break right there. Yeah. Alright, and then I'm going to be drawing my card, my fire card for the turn. The wind changes this direction, and a light wind happens. So it'll spread up here. It can't spread to there. It'll spread up there. Spread there. Jeez. This game. Alright. Go here. Fight that. 2 firemen, chainsaw, hose, 2 shovels. So there's 3. I'm going to go again. Chainsaw. So do I want to stay here and get rid of 1 or push my luck? It has to be a hose or fireman. Oh, well, I do have this support, so I'm going to go ahead and go for it. There's a hose. I'm going to stop there. So that's 5. So I'll get rid of 2, and I can get a fire break or a token. I'm going to get a token. Alright, so 2 extra movement. That's cool. Alright, so now I'll move here. And I get a support from the lake. So I got a shovel, rake, no hoses. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that, Bo? What's that, Bo? What's that, Bo? Whew. Okay, so we got another shovel and another rake. Still haven't failed. I'm going to go for some hoses. Oh, look at that. 2 hoses right off the bat. Alright, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. So I got all 6. I get rid of get rid of both flames. And I get a fire break and a token. So this one means so if you have a guy on a tile when it scorches, you lose the die and it goes to the fire camp, and you no longer have access to the die until you end your turn here. This will let you unlock that die for free without having to go there. Let's see. So I'll go 1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't want to use my extra. So I'll just go here. Oh wait, I forgot to draw the fire card. I'm already burning 5. I'm already burning 3. There's the already burning 5. And since there's 3 threes that are already burning, I get to choose. So I'm going to choose that one just because it's closer to my guys. Okay, so anyway, I moved here. I need some fire. Here's a axe. You can hear the squeaky toy. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go again. 2 firemen. Okay, so that's 4. That's enough to get rid of this. I'm just going to stop there. And 2 already burning 3s. Okay, we're about to have an issue here. No, I can't. Okay, so something's going to burn. So I'll put one there, obviously. And I'll put one here. So when the third one goes here, these all come off. This scorches. And then the lowest number around it gets one. So boom. That one's no good, because if I get another one on this tile, this thing will blow up and add one to everything surrounding it. So I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to go here. And I'm going to use my walkie-talkie to call this guy over there with me. And I get to turn chainsaws into axes, axes into chainsaws, so that's good. So there's a chainsaw, and we'll call these 2 an axe. And we got the rake. And that's a failure, but I have a guy with me, so I'm straight. So I'll get rid of this flame, and that's it. So another card. Wind changes this direction. Light wind. Ooh, that was good, because this is already scorched. It doesn't add to already burning. That goes off the board, off the board. All good. Okay, so... Okay, let's go here, because there's a bunch of axes there, and I can turn chainsaws into axes. So, got an axe, a hose. Okay, so turn that into an axe, that into an axe. So we need... I think I'm just going to stop. I don't know. Yeah, because if I add one more... Yeah, I don't want to go there. No, I have one failure. Okay, so come on. Oh, there we go. There's the shovel I needed. Okay. So yeah, I'll get rid of both of these. And I'll put a fire break right here, I guess. Yeah, because I don't want this to catch on fire in the future. Okay. Next, 2 already burning 3s. Come on with this crap. Okay, there's only 1 3 that's burning. And it's going up in flames. And the lowest next to it is this 2 right here. Yay. Alright, so he's going to move back over here. We got to take care of this again. So we got chainsaw, rake. Or I'm sorry, axe, rake. Axe. I need a chainsaw, another axe, and another rake. There's my rake. Still good. There's my chainsaw. I might as well just go for the axe since I haven't failed yet. Okay, so we stop there. We remove this and we get a fire break. Put the fire break there. Okay, and then the card. Are you kidding me? So embers fly onto the tile that we were just on. So it's a good thing we put it out, but now we got to do it again. So I'm not going to move. I'm just going to fight this for the 3rd time now. So there's 2 axes, 2 rakes. Okay, so that's my first failure. I have help there, so we're fine. So 4 gets rid of 1, we're straight. 5, 2 already burning 5s, there's only 1 burning 5. So I'm going to move this guy, boom, boom. So I need 2 axes, fireman, rake, and 2 hoses. 2 hoses. Alright. Rake. Fireman. I got no help here either except for my support token. So there's that. I can turn chainsaws into axes with this guy. There's a hose. So still no failures. And this has to be a hose. And I'm going to use this to ignore that failure. Alright, so I get to remove 2. And then I get a fire break or a token. So I think I'm going to get a token. Parachute. That means I can move one of my characters to anywhere on the board. Then we check the card. Oh my gosh. So the fire spreads way over here. So he'll run over here real quick and take care of that before it gets out of hand. And he can turn shovels into rakes, rakes into shovels. So there's my 1 rake. There's a shovel. Axe. So there's another shovel. And I'm going to turn this rake into a shovel. And that's good enough for me. 5 will get rid of this flame, and I get either a fire break or a token. I'm going to put a fire break right here. And then an already burning 4 and an already burning 5. So I'm going to put 1 here and 1 there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm using this +2 movement to get up to where he is. So we need a couple of axes, a fireman, a couple hoses, and a rake. And I just moved him up there. So yeah, he can turn shovels into rakes. So there's that. Okay. No failures so far. Oh, that's a failure. Okay. So I can either roll again and hope to get a hose or an axe, or I can stop now and get rid of 1. Let's see. What do you think I should do? You know what? I'm just going to go for it. It's a 5, right? It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Boom. Hose. I got hose. So I'm going to get rid of 2, and I can get a fire break or a token. I'm going to grab a token. So this can be used as a fireman or a hose in addition to the dice that you already have out. There's no burning 2s and no burning 5s, so I ignore that card. And I'll move this guy down here. Here's an axe and a fireman and a shovel. And I'll add this to it for the hose. And that'll get rid of 2 flames. And I get a fire break or a token. I'll grab a token. Gives me a free fire break, but I can use it whenever I want. It doesn't really matter. I'll just use it now. Fire card. Combining wins. No big deal, because this one's already scorched. Yeah, I think we just won this game. So there's 2 of those. I can turn chainsaws into axes, so there's that. Come on. There's my second axe. And that's it. Boom. We win. Yay! This game gets easier and easier every time I play it, I swear. The first 5 times I played it, I could not win this game. And now, I think the last 3 or 4 times I played it, I won. So, I don't know how to explain it. But initially, it's kind of hard to... I don't know why, but it's kind of hard to grasp the first time. But let me show you some stuff from the rule book. So that was not easy mode, but that was not hard mode either. So that was normal. Okay. So there's different layouts. And they've patterned them based on different state parks. So you see here, this one says Yellowstone. This one says Zion. This one says Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Denali, sorry, and then Grand Teton. So they got different layouts that you can put these tiles. And there's, let's see, more difficult. Adjust the tile layout so that the lake is in the corner. So yeah, I mean the lake's already in the corner in the one that we played here. And in the easy mode, they tell you to put it in the middle. So that makes sense. Set up the game with an additional 7th starting fire. Sure, decrease the scorch limit to 7. Only recover 1 die a turn instead of all of them when you players lose the game if they need to add a flame, but there are none available. Yeah, I mean, there's ways to make it a lot harder. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I love the theme and how it's theme-tastic. That's all I can say. So if you think about it, a flame starts as, a fire starts in a little area of a forest, and then, the wind starts blowing like crazy, and it just spreads all over the place, and the wind will change direction, and it starts going that way, and if they can't stay on top of it, then it's all over the place. I've had games of this where there's almost a fire on every single tile, and there was times during this game where there was only 4 or 5 tiles without flames. So... And then the fire breaks are cool. The different tiles do different things. Like if this tile was to have burnt, then we would remove all those little helper tokens from the game. Period. I'd lose all of them I have, and I couldn't gain any more ever again. And then there's some with pictures of the characters on them. So in the top left of here, you see that little circle. That's one of the characters. So if that tile burns, then that character will lose their ability. They'll flip this over, and you no longer have your ability at all. You're just running around trying to roll dice the best you can. So yeah, I would definitely suggest checking this one out. If you like rolling, just chucking dice and pushing your luck, and there's definitely some moments where you're like, screw it, I'm just going to try it, and then you have this amazing roll, and then, of course, there's other times you keep pushing your luck and you just get screwed. That's usually what happens. But, and the components are great. These little flame tokens are really nice, thick plastic, and they look really cool sitting on the table. Just really cool. I could actually see these being used in a key and switch comic book. You could stick these on top of an action figure or something. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We post to our Instagram almost daily. keep you up to date on whatever we're playing with the family, solo, up at the game shop at Cape Fear Games here in Wilmington. And also check out our YouTube channel. We have, I think at this point, hundreds of videos, unboxings, how to play videos, some different videos focusing on specific mechanics. I've got a couple on there where me and my son play a game and eat some food and talk about what was better, the game or the food. Some reviews, a lot of stuff on there, so check that out. Also be sure to check out Panda Bomb 86 on Twitch and Panda Bomb on YouTube. He does playthroughs of like Fortnite and Skyrim and some other computer games, and he's always got some hilarious, narrative dialogue, stuff like that. So anyways, be sure to check him out. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow, subscribe to us on YouTube, and as always, play all the games. All right? Peace.